Mate, I went to script except for the end, Greenie. Those battles between those two clubs.
Yeah, look, it was a great contest. I don't think it was a particularly great game. A little bit scrappy. Certainly, from our point of view, we would like to probably control the ball a little bit better. But yeah, it was, as I said, it was a great contest.
Are you worried about the starts? Greenie, it's a couple of weeks in a row now, given up 6 points and 16 last week.
Yeah, look, I think last week a couple of those tries, or one in particular at the start, was against the run of play. So, yeah, I would have liked to have started better tonight, but I don't think it's a problem for us.
Matt, it looked like you might have pulled out of the fire at the end there.
Yeah, it was close. Probably shouldn't have put ourselves in that position. 2 points up, and we were semi-comfortable, and we just lacked a bit of that mentality to get the job done, finish it off.
I know it's only 2 weeks in the season, Paul. What have you learned about your team tonight that you really didn't know before tonight?
Oh, look, we're not there yet. We're certainly not where we want to be. We just need to have a little bit more composure at different times in the game, particularly when the game's on the line and when we're under the pump a bit. We just need to, stick to what we do.
Is that sort of attack or defence, or you're sort of most concerned about that when you talk about composure?
I think it's hard to separate both of them. I think it's a little bit of both, as I said. We made some errors in defence there tonight that don't fit in with how we defend. And again, in attack, we should have been better and should have been able to man a little bit more pressure at different times during the game. So yeah, as I said, we're not there yet as a team, but we'll get there.
Is the dead ball rule making repeat sets harder or more risky, I guess, to push into the end goal?
Yeah, it's certainly a massive swing in momentum to get 7 tackles from a 20-metre tap. So it's a fine line between rolling one over the dead ball by a few inches and then you really get penalised for it.
Paul, the Cowboys, your team made 13 errors tonight. Was that due to pushing passes, perhaps, or?
No, look, I'm not sure. Probably a little bit goes back to that composure. As I said, we just at different times probably felt that we needed to try and conjure something up special rather than just sticking to what we do and trust that we'll get the result we want in the end.
Matt, do you notice anything different about the Broncos this year compared to last year?
Oh, look, no, I think they've still got a similar way of playing. They work very hard from the inside, and then we're getting a bit of pressure put on us. Defensively, they always have played like that. They've still got a lot of the same players in their lineup. Obviously, a bit of a different mix in the halves, but they were pretty good against us tonight. I thought we let them back into the game a fair bit with our errors and didn't quite apply enough pressure, but they certainly work very hard defensively.
Given all the mistakes, Matt, do you feel like you were your own worst enemies tonight, that you sort of let one slip?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the disappointing thing is we didn't really stick to our game plan as such. We probably tried a little bit too hard in areas where we've just got to stay composed and get through our sets. So I think that'll come as a team as we get a bit of rhythm. We sort of never really never had much rhythm from the start of the game tonight.
It's a pretty good attacking weapon in goal line dropouts for Kyle Felt, mate. Does he kick him that far at training? Have you been teaching him how to drop kick?
Oh, I've never kicked him that far. Yeah, no, it's handy. It takes the pressure off. Obviously, you're defending further down the field, and the further away from the try line you are, the better off you are. So, yeah, it's certainly handy.
Paul, over the years, protecting kickers has been an issue. Is that fair enough? What happens tonight if you dive with the feet, you get put on the board? And is that we got that right now or not?
Look, you're certainly vulnerable after you kick the footy. You're vulnerable in a vulnerable position. So, I don't think it's a problem in the game. I think they've worked hard at making the game fairly safe.
What about Kane Lynette's penalty? It wasn't initially called, and then the player stayed down, and the penalty goes against you. What do you think of that?
Oh, look, at the time, in normal speed of the game, I thought it was play on.
Tarek looked like the guy who was going to break it open in that second half for you guys, Greedy. Does that put pressure on the starting pack to get him involved earlier? How do you manage him?
Look, there's pressure on a lot of positions in our team, which is healthy. But a performance like tonight certainly doesn't help. I need to go away and have a look. The assistant, other staff need to have a good look at the game and see where we let ourselves down, and whether it's a team thing or whether it's an individual thing. But Tarek's certainly doing a good job for us coming off the bench at this stage.
Okay, guys, thank you.
Thanks.
Cheers.